rolling. Sound. And action.
The wife left home with this and that. All she left was her bloody cat. Aha, I thought, I'll fix this trouble. I'll drown that pussy in a puddle. But harder than the plans you make is to drown a pussy in a lake. So cat gets put into the car, and across the town I drive quite far. Open the door, and with a push, I heave that kitten in the bush. But the very next day, that cat came back. Oh, bloody hell, that cat came back. So come the weekend way out of town, that cat is taken round and round. I must confuse her sense of direction. I don't want her home for another inspection. But the very next day, that cat came back. So I'm determined to rid her in the great outback. My mate at work hears of what I've tried, of how I'm so desperate that I've even cried. He tells me of this plan that'll work. Take a helicopter to the back of Burke, and in a cave that's dark and deep, leave that cat when it's asleep. He told me of the precise spot, and on my map he placed a dot. 3 weeks later, I returned to work. Where have you been? He asked, the jerk. Lost, I said, thanks to you. Lost cat and me and the pilot too. Our chopper crashed into that cave. There was no way our lives to save. We could be lying dead and dry if that cat hadn't come walking by. We followed that cat for days and days. It saved our lives in many ways. No ways will I rid me of my feline saviour as long as she stays on her best behaviour. 'Cause a cat that good is hard to find. She's the very best pussy. Well, of the purring kind.
Today we honour and remember my father, Roger Amherst Mathews, a man whose spirit was nothing short of incredible, who inspired not just me, but countless others. I'd like to start with a journey that changed the course of our lives, a journey from South Africa to Australia. You see, my father was undeterred by obstacles. His own father lived in Australia, and when our first application to come live in Australia was denied, which led to my grandfather's passing, my parents didn't lose hope. My mother even underwent a major lung surgery, following which we were refused again. Yet with the tenacity, patience and relentless determination, we persevered for 3 long years until finally we were invited to become Australians. I still remember the day we left South Africa. It was April Fool's Day in 1983. My father, with the ever-present humour, kept joking that we might be stopped at the airport, that it was all an elaborate April Fool's prank. The sigh of relief I let out when our plane took off and he finally admitted we were actually going is a moment I'll never forget. Sailing was another passion we shared together. Yes, it often looked like a series of loud disagreements to the outside observer, but to us it was a unique bond. Like that one time when our boat accelerator cable broke as we approached the jetty. In the midst of the panic and confusion, we managed to avoid a catastrophe. These were the moments we cherished, the memories that still make me smile. My father was always there for guidance. I remember during my younger days when I was grappling with my beliefs, trying to understand the concept of God, I turned to him. His advice was wise, yet simple. It was my choice to believe or not. But the important thing was to believe in something greater than myself. This was my dad's advice to me. His personality was magnetic. My friends would often say that I had an interesting and clever dad. He was the life of every gathering, radiating humour and charisma. But for me, he was more than that. He was my role model, a hero I looked up to. During his last days, we conceived a project together. The idea was to create an avatar, a digital persona that could interact with his future descendants. Although his health deteriorated before we could record much, I found a treasure trove of diaries, written works and letters kept from his father from Australia at his home. It's my promise to him to continue this project, and through it, his legacy will live on. Each one of us here today remembering Roger is a testament to the man he was. His lessons, his love, and the values he embodied live on in us. The legacy of Roger Amherst Mathews is not confined to his achievements, but it's etched in every life he touched. Thank you for helping me celebrate my father's life and for remembering the remarkable man he was.
There's a tale of a silver fox, wise and cunning, a man who loved the sea, the wind in the sails, with stories like the wind, never ceasing, never failing. He was my Jolly Roger, my guide through a storm. In every battle played on our chessboard, a bond was formed. At sunset, to the wisdom he shared, his legacy lives on in the holy grail of my heart. He sailed through life like a boat on the bay, nurturing his garden as the day faded away. In silence, his voice like a lighthouse beam, filling the air with wisdom in an endless stream. My silver fox, my Jolly Roger, forever sailing on. In every debate and every laughter, our love was drawn. From the Belle to the Queensland shore, every memory we shared, his legacy lives on in the holy grail of my heart. We locked horns, we disagreed, but it was never a fight. Just like a father and a son learning to share the light. A ball bouncing on his head, a frisbee thrown afar. Each memory a treasure, each moment a shining star. Oh, my Jolly Roger, his spirit will never be gone. In every challenge, every victory, his legacy lives on. From the African sun to the Australian air, his love is the holy grail. Forever in my heart, forever there. So here's to my father, his life a wondrous tale, his spirit the Jolly Roger, his love the holy grail. In every beat of my heart, in every breath I take, the love of a father and son, eternal bond that will never break.
And then you just hold it up,
Yeah.
right? And but don't have your fingers over the.
No, I'm not. Just, fingers are over nothing. I can see you on the screen here.
Okay. So here we are, and it's Dad's 84th birthday. Is that correct?
84 today.
Yeah, and what's the date?
It's Wednesday, the 6th of October.
Wednesday, the 6th of October,
2021.
2021. And he's had this boomerang for how long?
About 6 to 8 years, I don't know.
6 to 8 years, and he wants to throw it. So, and he wants me to throw it, and I haven't thrown a boomerang since I was like this high on the farm in Heidelberg. And I said, oh no, you don't throw a boomerang.
No, don't come near me.
That's made for
Right.
for as a showpiece, but this is like the real McCoy. This is
Made by an Aborigine
yeah,
out of very hard.
yeah. So we're here in a park. There was a breeze just before, which would have been helpful.
Well, the breeze is coming from
But
that.
we'll have to go more this way because it's going to have to go out there and come around. So just come this way a bit.
All right.
Now, Dad said we should have had a practice round first, but I said let's just do it and see what happens.
Okay.
So make sure it doesn't come back and hit you on the back of the head.
Now I'll watch it all the way.
Went this way, so we kind of have to go back here. Unless you want to be the kangaroo.
No. You have to. Are you ready now?
Well, no, not really. It's going to be very embarrassing.
It's jerking because I'm walking.
Yeah, okay. So here we go.
Okay.
Boomerang throw.
First ever boomerang.
With a boomerang like this, first ever in my life. Would have got that kangaroo.
Can I just stop the thing? Okay, there we go.
Get it in.
Brandon, I think you have to throw it more like that, rather than what? It started to come back, but it wouldn't come back far enough. He's learning how to throw a boomerang, which every little black fella knows from the age of 8, and it's lucky he didn't have to survive on wallaby meat, because by now he would be in starvation rations as he comes jogging back to the place where he wants to throw it again.
Okay, so this that way then.
Yeah, more that way. No. Which end are you holding it on? The big end?
The long end.
The long end, yeah. I would say that's right. It's crashing about 25 meters away each time without really turning, and so here we are again for our third throw. I think is the third. We'll throw it into the wind, which is my way. You've got to throw it that way. So I'll come around here. No, the wind's coming, Brandon. I'm a sailor. The wind's coming from over there.
Well, Sailor Mathews, have a look at this.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming from over there.
Yeah, this way. You can't actually record wind, like pointing the camera where the wind's coming from. It's coming this way.
It's actually eddying around. Okay, so
Well,
yeah, okay. Well, it's coming from that side. It's coming from the east.
okay.
It's coming from the east. Well, he missed the wallaby. He missed the wallaby again, and now he's got to go and fetch his weapon of mass destruction, which destroys very little mass. I don't know what a weapon is supposed to destroy when it's weapon of mass destruction, but obviously he hasn't got the maths right here, or the maths. I'm glad he's trying it and not me, because he's on to his 5th throw now, and what we're seeing is complete and utter frustration as he just picks it up and throws it a few feet in front of him. Okay, now we're back to square one, and there he goes. Whoa! Obviously the Aborigine that made this boomerang didn't want it to come back.
They made it to actually do what it's supposed to do.
I think it was meant to be a boomerang to be painted upon, so that beautiful designs on it would take away from the fact that it's a useless flyer. Certainly it wouldn't join the Australian RAAF because it can't fly further than about 25 meters and then it hits the ground. And now Brandon is coming back from the long walk, and he's very keen to throw this boomerang so that it does come back. Maybe you've got to throw it straight up in the air, up straight, and then it'll come down again. Hey, what do you say to that?
Well, I mean, my understanding of the original boomerang, they were designed for actually hitting kangaroos, like in the neck. And if they missed the kangaroo, then the boomerang would come back and give them a second chance to do it. I mean, this is so heavy that I think there would need to be a good wind blowing, which there is a sort of a good wind.
There's a very good wind right now, blowing quite.
To do it.
Yeah.
So when I've thrown smaller boomerangs in my time, I've held it like that and just gone into the wind, and then they sort of catch that wind and come around. But you know, just to a certain degree, they were always a lot lighter, almost like.
Yeah, it's quite a heavy one, that.
Yeah, very light. So I think
this is a
more
yeah.
wind.
Try one more and then we'll go.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to make much difference.
Throw it more up into the sky.
Do you want to have a throw?
I'll only throw it once, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with your shoulder.
Yeah.
A little bit of wind.
Throw it sort of more high to see whether it comes back. No, that was a shit throw. Yeah, you can say that again. It just went cartwheeling around the sky for some reason. No, just throw it sort of straight up into the sky. See, the moon's up there. Try and hit the moon. Whoa! Well, it didn't go that far this time, but it didn't really come back. There's a good wind now. Whoa! But it's not turning in the air like I imagine it should. I want to take a picture of that. There it is. It's just killed a tuft of grass. This boomerang is so dangerous, it's just killed a tuft of grass. There you are.
Try again.
That seemed to be turning the way it should. Okay, I think that's enough, Brandon. I'm turning off the...
No, you're going to have a throw.
All right, here we go. I'll have one throw and see how we go.
Oh, there's good wind. Yeah. Just try again. Just have a little, get a bit more twist in it if you can. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not easy. Black fella art teacher, tell him. Ugly boomerang.
Wait, are you throwing it this way? I'm throwing it that way.
Which way?
Well, that way.
Yeah.
But you're throwing it that way.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that pretty much does it for the old boomerang.
Well, we don't understand why the Aborigines actually could feed themselves with things like this.
Well, I can understand how they feed themselves, because if that hit you when you're in front of it, you wouldn't
That
be.
hit your neck, it will break your neck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
In the heart of the valley, beneath the African sun, there's a tale of a silver fox, wise and cunning, a man who loved the sea, the wind in the sails, with stories like the wind, never ceasing, never failing. He was my Jolly Roger, my guide through a storm. In every battle played on our chessboard, a bond was formed. From the garden at sunset to the wisdom he shared, his legacy lives on in the holy grail of my heart. He sailed through life like a boat on the bay, nurturing his garden as the day faded away. In the silence, his voice like a lighthouse beam, filling the air with wisdom in an endless stream. My silver fox, my Jolly Roger, forever sailing on. In every debate and every laughter, our love was drawn. From the bell to the Queensland shore, every memory we shared, his legacy lives on in the holy grail of my heart. We locked horns, we disagreed, but it was never a fight. Just like a father and a son learning to share the light. A ball bouncing on his head, a frisbee thrown afar. Each memory a treasure, each moment a shining star. Oh, my Jolly Roger, his spirit will never be gone. In every challenge, every victory, his legacy lives on. From the African sun to the Australian air, his love is the holy grail, forever in my heart, forever there. So here's to my father, his life a wondrous tale, his spirit the Jolly Roger, his love the holy grail.